The other part of playing the ukulele is chords. There are two chords to Love Me Do. The first one is G, and the second one is C. Pretty much the hardest part of learning any song on ukulele is learning to change from one chord to the other. So it's something you just have to practice over and over. You learn how to put the G on, go to the C, and once you can change smoothly from one chord to the other, it'll be pretty easy to apply the strum. It doesn't happen quickly, it's something you have to do a few times before you'll get it. This is how you make a G chord, and this is how you make a C chord. As you can see, the G chord uses 3 fingers. We'll put them down one at a time. So, your first finger goes in the second string, counting from the top, in the 2nd fret. Your middle finger goes on the bottom string, counting from the floor, in the 2nd fret. Your ring finger goes in the next fret out, on the 2nd string from the floor. So you should get a little triangle formation. These two are in the same fret, with one string in between them. This one's on the string in between. G. Quite important to have your fingers nicely curved like that. That allows the strings underneath them to vibrate. So you hear all 4 strings. That's a G. The second chord you'll be using is a C. This is a 1-finger chord. Consists of you using this finger on the 3rd fret on the bottom string. That's a C. You can see I've tucked all of my fingers away there. That's just so you can see what I'm doing. There's no need for you to have such a twisted grip. You can let the rest of your fingers relax any way you like. And that's a C. So the hardest bit of the whole process is going from one chord to the other. Basically, once you can play, you'll do it without thinking. When you're starting up, a good idea is to do it 1 finger at a time, just so you don't confuse yourself. If you start from the C, which is the easier chord to play, because it only uses 1 finger, now you think about where your fingers are going to go for the G. This finger here is free, so we can move him first into the 2nd string, counting from the ceiling, into the 2nd fret, counting from here. This finger is also free, so we can move him into the 2nd fret on the bottom string. And then, this one was just sitting there from the C chord. If you move him up 1 string, you're playing a G. Slightly tuneless G. Now if you remove these 2 fingers, and move that guy back where he was, you're playing a C. This guy down, move this guy up a string, G. Take this guy off, take this guy off, move this guy down 1, C. This guy down, up a string, G, off, down, C, on, up, G, off, down, C. Now when you're actually playing, you're not going to go it's just going to happen naturally. But if you do that a few times and speed it up, you'll get a feel for where your fingers are supposed to go, and once you've done it enough time, you won't have to think about it. So, while you're learning, there's absolutely nothing wrong with stopping while you change the chords. You can practice using a strum, you stop, take as long as you need to change the chord, start strumming again. So, a good way to practice putting the strum and the chords together is off, down, I'll try and do that in close up. Love me do. Oh, love me do. Those are all the bits and how they go together. You shouldn't expect to go from naught to love me do in one go. A good idea is just to practice the strumming at first. Practice it on any flat surface you have to hand. Practice it on the ukulele when you can. Get the feel for the rhythm. And pick the easiest chord to play, the C, which is just one finger on the 3rd fret. And you can just practice the strumming. Do that for 20 minutes for a couple of days. That'll come to you easy. Next step, have a look at the chords. Practice changing from one to the other. Remember that it's fine to stop in between. Learns to play, and then just slowly work on removing the gap where you change, making it slowly more and more steady. So you go from something like